All right, guys, I am back today to talk about a brand new optic from Monstrum Tactical, the Marauder series 2 to 10 or 3 to 9. There is two different configurations. These are affordable, reliable, and basic. There's not a ton of bells and whistles, but it does have some features over a standard 3 to 9 that you may want to have in your optic. And these are going to be great options for basic rifle optics, whether it's going to be on a flat top AR or a bolt action hunting rifle where you don't want to break the bank. This is Monstrum's entry-level series of optics, and it's brand new to their website. All of the information, linking, and discount code will be in the description below. The 3 to 9 will sell for $69.99, and the 2 to 10 MPVO, which is what you see here and what was tested on the channel, sells for $79.99. But right now there is a $20 off code, making this guy $60 and the 3 to 9 $50, making them a very good option when it comes to affordable rifle scopes. Now, are they the best rifle scopes in the world? Absolutely not. We are going to be cutting some corners on an optic like this to get it at that price point. So you want to watch the full review to hear the positives and negatives of a rifle scope like this. But I definitely think it is a absolutely great budget option, again, for a flat top AR or a bolt action hunting rifle. And like all other Monstrum Tactical products, this one is going to have a lifetime guarantee. So if you do have issues with your optic, they will cover that, which is a very nice peace of mind, especially for a $50 and $60 optic. I also want to give a huge shout out to AAC for helping out today. These guys sent over a ton of this stuff. I've been running a lot of their 55 grain, but also a lot of their more premium rounds like the 77 grain OTM, and it was performing great out of this KAK upper assembly. Little tack driver setup, especially with a nice MPVO in the top. It did its job and it did good. Again, thanks to AAC. Now, this is not your granddad's 3 to 9 by 30 that you would throw on top of your deer rifle. This one has some advancements, both in the 3 to 9 and 2 to 10 category. They are both second focal plane optics with a basic duplex ring-style reticle system, as you've seen in the intro. These do include, though, rings inside the box, as well as a front parallax adjustment, which is incredibly convenient and very nice, especially at this price point, and an included throw lever with very clear glass, as well as an adjustable diopter. Starting at the front with that adjustable parallax, this allows you to dial everything in depending on what yardage you're at, and a lot of those basic 3 to 9s, even at the $100 to $150 range, don't include a parallax adjustment, so this is really nice, again, especially at that $60 to $50 range on sale. The 40mm objective lens gathers more light than the 30, so that is going to be good for lower light situations, whether you're hunting all the way into the evening, kind of at dusk, or whether you're hunting at dawn. You're going to be able to take your shot earlier or later because of that light transmission. The rings do a good job. They actually have a crossbar lock underneath here that slides through the Picatinny rail, so it won't slide in one of those scope rings, so everything locks up good. One thing to note, the rings already come mounted to the optic. You will have to align the optic and tighten them down. That is not done from the factory. It looks like it's done from the factory, but it is not. You will have to do that. The turrets themselves are mediocre. They're nothing to write home about, but the caps are actually pretty darn good. They're large enough to get a good hold on. They've got some texturing to remove them, and the clicks are reasonably audible and tactile, but again, not the best turrets in the world. But when you compare them with other 3 to 9s and 2 to 10s on the market, they are equal to those or a touch better than some of those budget options, getting around that $100 price point. But again, we are half that price point for the 3 to 9. Where this optic really shines is the zoom lever and glass clarity, in my opinion. This 2 to 10 is super easy to zoom from 2 to 10, and that reticle is very easy to pick up. The glass clarity is pretty darn good, and the eye box and eye relief is actually really nice, especially at the 2-power setting. The eye box and eye relief is also going to be key for hunting applications, meaning how far forward, back, left, right, up, or down you can be from the optic to still make out a sight picture, and a lot of 3 to 9s would definitely give you tunnel vision. This 2 to 10 does a pretty darn good job, and I imagine the 3 to 9 is good as well. For the extra $10, I'd spring for the 2 to 10. That's just my humble opinion, but if you wanted to save the extra $10 and every dollar mattered, the 3 to 9 would probably be a good option, but I've only tested the 2 to 10 on the channel. This held zero fine, it held up great, and the illumination on here is a nice added bonus. Again, a lot of those those 3 to 9s and 2 to 10s on the market in this price range do not come with illumination. This one does, although you do get a lot of illumination wash at the back of the optic itself when it's really bright in a dark scenario. So you can really dial that in specifically for what you want. And the illumination adjustment is really nice, located on the side right there. Nothing to write home about, but it is a nice feature again at this price point. Some cons. I always like 30 millimeter tubes. I feel like 30 millimeter tubes gives you more adjustment and more light transmission. This is a 1-inch tube, but again, we are talking about a more affordable optic. I also like the parallax adjustment to be on the side, so it's a little bit easier to get to. But again, we are talking about a $50 optic. And the illumination, I would like it to be a little bit more refined, but again, we are talking about a $50 optic. All of those features that I would like to see on this optic are actually already on Monstrum Tactical Optics in that 150 to 250 range, and they absolutely kill it there. This is not designed to do that. This is designed to get something on top of your rifle that works with not a ton of bells and whistles, that's affordable, reliable, and basic, and this one checks all the boxes, especially at that discounted price. All of the information, linking, and discount codes will be in the description below. Thanks to Monstrum for sending us out to try. It's been a while since I've reviewed a bare bones basic optic, and this one was pretty nice, especially with some of the added bonus features for the price point. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.